Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, broadcasting from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Federal government to spend ₹500 billion on 8 million Nigerians. Nigeria Labour Congress says no going back on its planned strike action. Police in Oyo State avert farmers' herdsmen clash in Agbanda village. And 17 female ministers in France say they will no longer be silent over sexual harassment in politics. Just a reminder that all our top stories you can find on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device and download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Go a step further, interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. Let's take a look at some pictures that you sent into our Eyewitness portal. We begin with this set of pictures from Oyo State showing people whom our Eyewitness reporter identifies as residents of Igere Dioshon in Oluyole local government area of the state. The people are reportedly stranded after the bridge connecting different parts of the community there collapsed. Our next picture comes from Onimo in Imo State, showing dilapidated structures, which our Eyewitness reporter says belong to a secondary school. He's calling on the attention of the state government to fix it. We're in Ayobo Paja area of Lagos, so we see a building submerged in flood. Eyewitness reporter accounts shows that the flood has been disturbing 7 streets within the area for more than 15 years, and this requires serious government attention. We go on to Tafa on Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, where we see a vehicle driving dangerously between 2 trucks. Hopefully there was no accident there. A final picture comes from Taraba State. Our Eyewitness reporter who sent this picture says that if this dam is developed, it is capable of supplying electricity to 16 states in the Federation. He's calling the attention of the federal government to explore the potential of the dam. Thanks for sending in those pictures. Know that you too can report the events happening around you for Channels Television. Another industrial action is brewing at the Delta State University Teaching Hospital in Ogara in Delta State. The Medical and Dental Association of Nigeria, Delsuth chapter, has given the hospital's management a 14-day ultimatum to meet its demands or face an indefinite strike action. Speaking to journalists at the hospital's premises, chairman of the association, Dr. Yahya Obiabo, said their grievances include non-payment of accrued salaries and allowances and unpaid approved training fees. They're also kicking against what they describe as obnoxious taxation, among other things, and have asked authorities to resolve the issues before May 18th. However, the Delta State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Nicholas Azinge, says industrial disharmony is not the best way to resolve issues.
The Congress resolved to give management of the hospital and all relevant stakeholders 14 days with effect from 4th May 2016 to meet the underlisted demands. Congress categorically stressed that if the demands are not met, as at 11:59 p.m. on 18th May 2016, members shall proceed on indefinite withdrawal of services summarily thereafter. These underlisted demands include: 1. Congress demand that all outstanding salaries and allowances be paid to all affected members without any further delay. 2. That the outstanding salaries and allowances be paid completely, not in piecemeal.
The governor has put up a new management board, and the management board is barely 2 to 3 months old. And I have pleaded with them and told them that time should be given to the new board to sort out all the issues of Delta State University Teaching Hospital, Ogara. I was a product of the place, and I have spoken to them, also as a member of MDCAN, that these issues are being attended to. Part of the problem is communication. There's a communication gap between the members of MDCAN and the Ministry of Health and the government. So we have talked about this, and we have tried to improve this communication gap. The issues that were mentioned have already been addressed by the government.
The Nigerian military has again staged a major attack in Oporoza community in Gbaramatu Kingdom of Delta State in search of a group which calls itself the Niger Delta Avengers. The group, which has taken responsibility for some of the attacks on major installations in the oil-rich Niger Delta region, has come under intense scrutiny of the Nigerian military, and efforts are being made to put their activities in check. It's still unclear if the military has captured any member of the group, but there are indications the military is moving closer to unraveling details of the militants' activities and how to curb them. The military, in its recent security search with intermittent raids on the area, have shown seriousness in arresting the attacks of the vandals and militant groups. There are also reports that attacks by the militants have caused huge damages to infrastructure, causing Nigeria's output in the energy and oil sector to be at its lowest in several years. The activities of the militant group has also forced Shell's Forcados terminal to shut down, including the offshore Chevron facility in the Escravos system, with other companies also forced to declare force majeure. Some politics now. The All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, has been flexing its muscle as the ruling party in Anambra State with a major rally in Otuocha Mini Stadium. At the event, Governor Willie Obiano also inaugurated the party's executives for Anambra North Senatorial Zone, with a charge to them to boost APGA's membership across the state. Party members from the 7 local government areas also assured the governor of their support for his administration.
All Progressive Grand Alliance faithful from the 7 local government areas of Anambra North trooped into Otuocha Mini Stadium. The party's leadership at both national and state levels is assembling for this Solidarity Carnival to demonstrate strength and unity, as well as support for the administration of Governor Willie Obiano.
The strong security network and infrastructural development put in place by His Excellency has made Anambra State attractive to local and foreign investors. It's a monumental time. It's a time we should sensitize everybody what Willie Obiano is doing for the Anambra. Today, under Willie Obiano, no more kidnapping.
APGA's national chairman announces that the party will soon come up with an initiative to facilitate proper identification of authentic party members.
Even abroad, APGA is all over the world. APGA is the only party with 25 branches across the world. By 2019, APGA will control between 8 and 10 states.
Governor Obiano charges the supporters to continue being their brother's keeper and to win more converts to the party.
I challenge each of you here to win at least 10 new converts in your various communities that are non-APGA people to join. If we all do so, you'll be surprised the magic that we'll do. Are you going to do that? Yes. It is very important that we do so. Our gospel.
The mega rally is rounded up with the inauguration of the zonal executive members.
Do solemnly swear and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA.
Anambra is the only state where APGA is a ruling party, and the mega rally further underscores its dominance, which it seeks to sustain.
The police command in Oyo State has averted a communal clash that could have turned bloody between Fulani herdsmen and farmers in Agbonda village, Ikoyile, in Obomosho. The Oyo State Police Commissioner, Adeleye Oyebade, who led the police to the village, appealed to the farmers and Fulani settlers to allow peace reign and warned that any further breach of order will not be tolerated. Earlier, the indigents accused the herdsmen of allegedly destroying their farmlands and raping their daughters and wives.
A convoy of armed policemen led by the Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, Adeleye Oyebade, on his way to the usually quiet village of Agbanda in Ikoyile on the outskirts of Ogbomosho, a journey of over 3 hours. On arrival, they meet scenes of tension brewing between indigents who are predominantly farmers and the settlers who are mostly herdsmen. The arrival of the law enforcement team is timely and prevents the face-off from escalating into a full-blown conflict.
What we are doing is to manage it at this stage, check their grievances as it occurs, nip it in the bud before it snowballs into a big fracas, and that is what we are doing.
While stressing the essence of a peaceful coexistence amongst the groups, the police boss reminds them that his command will deal decisively with anyone who violates the peace treaty they had earlier signed.
Whoever goes against the arrangement and the dictates of the communique, I want to believe that that person is a saboteur. Yes. And whoever is a saboteur is an enemy of the society who wants trouble. And here I am warning everybody here right now that there must be peace. We must live together. We must cooperate with ourselves for us to enjoy peace.
Having prevented an outbreak of violence, the police also play the role of reconciliator, with the commissioner leading the groups in a peace song. For the moment, the tensions may have been doused, but to ensure that it's not just the symptoms that are being treated rather than the problem, the law enforcement officers need to keep a closer eye on that community.
Meanwhile, statistics of people displaced by insurgency in Nigeria's northeast is on the rise, with successful military operations setting free more captives. Officials say Bama local government area of Borno State in recent times has recorded a boost, with the number of displaced persons rising to 30,000. This is coming at a time when plans are underway to relocate displaced persons living in makeshift camps in Maiduguri to their respective communities.
Adamawa, Borno and Yobe are the most affected states by the northeast insurgency. In Yobe and Adamawa, life is beginning to look up again for the IDPs. But the same cannot be said in Borno State, as the IDPs are still battling with several challenges and humanitarian crisis. Officials say nearly 2 million people in Borno State have been displaced by insurgency, out of which only 150,000 live in makeshift camps. More displaced persons are emerging in liberated towns in recent times, traumatized, homeless and hungry.
The number of IDPs have swollen up to about 30,000. So we need a lot of humanitarian assistance. Right now they don't have shelter. You can see the rainy season is fast approaching, and therefore we need a lot of support from the donor agencies, with a view to ensuring that even a temporary accommodation is being provided to them.
Most of these people are looking up to emergency agencies for help, and of course there have been some intervention from that direction, especially for returning IDPs.
Whoever is a Nigerian who resides within the territory of Nigeria, who shows tendency for good behavior and good character, must be encouraged to live a sustainable life. Part of our core program for this intervention is to make sure that we equip the youth of the northeast region and other parts of Nigeria with skills that are sustainable. We want them to be able to stand on their own and create wealth and contribute to national development.
The overwhelming crisis is attracting more humanitarian-based organizations to the state, already making commitment in the area of empowerment and seed cash.
We're looking at things such as cash-based programs. What does that mean? That means empowering people not with a bag of rice or a bag of sorghum. It means helping a family with a very small injection of cash that will enable them to choose what is it that they need to buy in the market, what will help them most get through the month underway.
The state government has already empowered some local farmers on irrigation farming of vegetables and perishables. The Peace, Rehabilitation and Reconciliation Initiative, led by former Minister of the Niger Delta, is targeting 500 youth in its first phase of vocational training intervention program.
When the News at 10 returns, we will be examining the fallout of the Anti-Corruption Summit in London. Joining me on the News at 10 is the former director in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Gani Lawal. Do join us again.